So welcome to another GiveSI Spotlight. Right now, we're going to just shine the spotlight on the Southern Illinois Community Foundation. So I'm joined by Tammy. Tammy, if you could just kind of tell the people who are watching about yourself, your background, and why or what your role is here at SICF.
Yeah, sure. So long story short, I have been in the nonprofit world for over 35 years. Knew pretty early on growing up in Southern Illinois. I was a kid from a very poor family, and I saw sort of right away challenges that happened to people who grew up without a lot of resources. So I knew early on that what I would do was go out there and try to help support individuals in various capacities, and so I've been really blessed to be able to do that. That long road took me out of the area and then back to the area a few years ago, and Byram and I have worked together for many years, and when he said, hey, I could use some help here with, trying to reach charities and help them, that would you be interested? And I was like, absolutely. So that's what I get to do here, is work with nonprofits, not only helping them raise money, but helping them understand really what the work of a nonprofit does, especially around like grants and grant writing. It's just such a complicated world if it's a world that you haven't been in.
So the Southern Illinois Community Foundation, there may be some out there who are not really familiar with the work that we do here, but we like to refer to ourselves as the home for charitable giving. Can you explain kind of more what that means?
Yeah, sure. So nonprofits live off of, if you will, the goodness of either foundations or businesses or corporations or individual donors. And in order to sort of facilitate that relationship, it's sort of like a match game or yenta, if anybody's familiar with what a yenta is, right? If you've watched Fiddler on the Roof, you would know who yenta is. But yenta is the matchmaker, and that's really what the community foundation is. There could be an individual out there who has like a donor advice fund, or they need to make a charitable gift, and they're like, we don't know where to go. Mm-hmm. They can come to the Southern Illinois Community Foundation, and we would say things like, well, what's your passion? Is it children? Is it homelessness? Is it animals? And then we could help you find those charities that are doing that work so that we can help match your gift and your legacy with that passion that you have.
Yeah, we've also seen that there are some times where a person passes on and they leave an estate, and then their survivors are trying to decide what is best, what is best for this money. So the Southern Illinois Community Foundation can then give them direction for a charitable gift like that.
Yes, absolutely. And that happens more often than people realize. We get calls all the time from individuals saying maybe they've been left a large amount of money and they don't really need it, that they feel like their life is already blessed, but they would like to make a legacy out of the legacy gift that was left to them. And so we help them realize that we can work with their CPA, we work with their estate planning attorney, their financial advisor, that we're here as part of that team to help them realize what to do with their gift.
And a big thing that we do throughout the area are the scholarships. There are so many scholarship funds that have come underneath the SICF umbrella, aren't there?
Yes, most of the schools in this area have their scholarship programs run through the Community Foundation. First of all, I just want to say thanks to all the donors that make that possible, because we get to see that scholarship given at the time when that student graduates from high school, but we often stay in touch with them. And these are people who've gone on to have amazing nursing careers, or maybe they've gone on to be an engineer. We have people setting up a lot of scholarships these days for students that are going into the trades. Mm-hmm. So maybe there's a student who's going to school to be a plumber or a carpenter, and we're now seeing scholarships come in for that. It's just a wonderful legacy that you're leaving and passing on that gift. It's really great that time of year in May where we're going to all these high schools and seeing all the excitement around that young person launching their career.
Yes, but it also takes a lot of work on these different organizations' parts to raise those funds and many of these groups have been raising these funds for years and have created endowments and
Yes.
and draw off of those for these scholarships. But there's a lot of work that goes into those scholarships that we have the pleasure of then distributing in May, right?
We do. And part of the reason why the schools are blessed to work with us and happy to work with us is because we're doing all the background screenings. We're collecting all the scholarships. We're helping them wade through that process. And they just don't have the time or the staff to do that we're doing that for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And one of the final things I would want to say in our time here, Mark, is that just if there is a donor out there, whether that's a business or an individual, and they're trying to decide how to set up a one-time gift or a multiple year gift or an endowed never-ending gift, reach out to us and we're happy to help you explore that process.
And you also do coaching for nonprofits in the area. You help them become better, right?
Yes, a lot of people come to us saying, I want to start a nonprofit, and I know it'll shock people to hear me say this, but I often say, no, you don't. You don't want to do that. Or if you are going to do that, let's make sure you do it right and get going on the right foot, and that you really understand that a nonprofit is a business, and it's a business structure with state and federal oversight and things that you need to be aware of. So we will either help them go down that road and set up that nonprofit, or often help them partner with somebody who's already doing similar work. And then they don't have to worry about all the back office work. They just get to do the fun stuff.
All righty. And GiveSI is a great partner that, we do that here at the Southern Illinois Community Foundation. And so that's one way you can give to these area nonprofits is givesi.org. And you can go there to find out about all these local nonprofits that we're partnering with. But SICF, the work here goes on year round. So if people want to be a part of that work, how could they go about that, Tammy?
Yes, always just reach out to us at SICF.org or 618-997-3700. We're happy to talk to you about any work you want to do within the charitable community, whether, again, you're a charity or a donor. Just happy to help you, again, find the path that you want to take to do work in our community. I will say this about GiveSI. This is the opportunity during the year where one gift helps over 100 nonprofits. Rarely do you get to do that. One gift can help 100 nonprofits, and they make fun of me here at the agency because I call it 101 donations, and they're like, oh, that's so funny. And I'm like, but it is a way for 100 charities to be helped through one donation.
It sure is. It's a great way to help people throughout Southern Illinois by going to one spot and helping a large number of nonprofits. So remember, GiveSI, for good forever for Southern Illinois.
GiveSI is made possible by Oasis. We More Better. Video services provided by MenVoice. Additional funding for GiveSI is made possible by these sponsors.